Who are you? What do you want?
I'm a student from the academia.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
I'm looking for info about a certain something.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
I mean, the choices in Genshin don't matter anyway, so...
What is this, some kind of joke?
Oh, sorry. He must have grabbed the wrong amount. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Trust me, Paimon.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago. But there's no other choice right now.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well,
Shit.
what are you waiting for?
I just remembered. We have to interact with Dory. I forgot about Dory. I just have one more question.
That's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're,
Shut the fuck up,
archaeology
Paimon. I hate you so
students.
much. Paimon is so
Fine.
bad at
Since
lying.
you've already handed over the Mora,
How
I
did
guess I can
Tariq
throw in a little
believe
extra
her?
Info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar
Dory
are
also,
devout
yeah.
believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies.
Okay, so spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the end of the Sumeru Archon quest. For what I'm about to say now. If people are like, certain people are hating on Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, does that mean that when everyone in Tevat forgets about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata and it's only Nahida left, or Lesser Lord Kusanali, does that mean that people now blame Lesser Lord Kusanali afterwards for the same thing here about King Deshret? Do we get any more mentions about King Deshret and all that after Greater Lord Rukkhadevata gets forgotten? Huh. I just remembered that now that since she gets forgotten, like, that would mean that Nahida or Lesser Lord Kusanali takes that place, right? I mean, that would make sense. I just wanted to let my thoughts out. Spoiler alert, finished.
Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and
basically
benevolent
Nahida earns
facade
everything
for
about-
which she
Yeah,
is
okay.
now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret.
That voice actor put so much into that. Damn, boy! Can you tell us more about the Oracle?
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Alhaitham!
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey!
But
Shut it, Alhaitham!
Don't
What
worry,
are
we
you
can just
playing at,
kill
trying to
them.
ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you, don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
Ooh,
If you're
scary.
suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If,
Do people
on the
actually
other
like
hand,
Alhaitham?
we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Ooh, he got
Consider
angry.
this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy
People
is
who
really
like
out of
Alhaitham are
his
drunk
mind.
off their nuts with
Okay,
copium.
then. If you really
like
have a
he's
death wish,
kind of-
let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4
Like
o'clock
he's a
in the
mix
afternoon,
of being
sharp.
a bit too boring and
expect us to
also
hold back.
arrogant. He's like a more boring version of Kaya.
Not so fast. First, you return
Right?
500,000 more to them.
A smarter Kaya at least, because he's at least got a brain.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well,
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like
Busted.
that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Paimon wants to talk to everyone.
He went that way.
Oh, right, I forgot about ads. I noticed that the moment I started the stream, because I opened the stream manager, there was an ad programmed for like 15 minutes after starting or something. Wait, maybe I should...
It's Alhaitham, right?
I'm just going to pause here and take off my hoodie while the ad is running. My avatar's probably freaking out. Alright, let's see if it's behaving normally now. Okay, it's behaving normally now. Okay, how's it looking with the ads? Alright, the ad should be... Wait, how did you get an ad? There's supposed to be one ad each hour, but now it says that there's 37 minutes until the next one. I don't understand ads. Twitch, why are you doing this to me? Alright, well, at least it should be over now, right? So let's continue.
What do you want?
Thank you for your help back there.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
Stream is freezing for me at times. I've been rejoining and then it just threw McDonald's. Ah, yeah, then it might be a pre-roll ad that you got. Alright, yeah, because every time there's a every time there's an ad, there's like 15 minutes or something where you can't get pre-roll ads, but if you join the stream outside of those 15 minutes or however long it is, you will be getting an ad, which kind of sucks. But you sure it's your Wi-Fi? It's not disconnecting for the lurkers as well, right? Okay, it looks like it's running okay on my browser. Okay, everything looks okay for me on my browser. Since my kitchen has been kind of slow with loading today, so there might be some issues with the internet from my end as well. Tell me if it becomes too unbearable. Right.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something.
Why are you being sneaky about it
Who
now,
exactly
Alhaitham?
are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
I'm totally a student from the
A
academia.
student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
I know you were true about swordplay.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's
Things
really
you can
strong.
say in both
Weren't
Genshin
you
and the
saying
bedroom.
something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
I don't need a vision,
Maybe not,
bitch.
but we can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from
Alhaitham voice is so annoying, just dripping with
guys like
disdain.
that.
Yeah,
Those hot-headed thugs are definitely
I don't
gonna
like his
bring a
voice.
lot of backup
It's
for your
too
next
similar
meeting.
to Kaya.
Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
And I also don't like Kaya, so... I think people were just simping over Alhaitham because he's the first character that has proper
I
muscles.
Got a pen and
Like,
paper?
Ito seems like he should have muscles,
If you're
but he's
searching
got
for
noodle
someone who sells
arms.
that kind of merchandise,
So I
I'll
think
give you
that's
one
why
of their
people were
addresses,
simping over
and you can
Alhaitham.
try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was?
Yep,
Okay.
I think I'm
Well,
losing
if you
brain
truly
cells from
have a
hanging
skill
with
as you
Paimon.
claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
It seems like some kind of knowledge.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking
It looks
for.
so awkward though.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind
I also
of
wonder
ornament.
how he had it on him.
This
Because
is
he
a
doesn't have
knowledge
like a
capsule.
bag or anything. Was it like
To
in
put
his
it simply,
pocket?
it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge.
Like imagine his
It's like
pocket
a
just
miniature Akasha.
bulging out on the side there.
Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Anyone?
Correct. anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
What happened to
It's
Paimon's
essentially a
voice
completely
there?
harmless vestibule
That's
for knowledge.
amazing.
Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru
Sounds
to
like a
privately
fucking
possess
witch.
or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century,
They have magic
a wide
bags.
variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia.
Yeah.
Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites.
I mean, I'm kind of glad
Meanwhile,
because with
those
how
which the
many things we
Eremites
need to
deem be
gather in
useless to
Genshin, I'm
them
glad there's
occasionally prove
basically
useful to the
no
common citizens and
limit
hapless
to the
academia
inventory.
students.
I mean, there is a
Well,
limit, but
I think that about sums
it's
it up.
barely worth thinking about it. I heard that the Academia lost something recently. Seems like it's a knowledge capsule.
Oh, so that's your true objective.
That impression was on point. Was it though? I need to stop doing Paimon impressions. I want to learn more about
With
it.
our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Last time I tried to do a Paimon impression, I ruined my voice. I don't know if you were there, or if that was from before you started to join my streams, but it was like a pretty early stream. I think it was around the time when I was doing the Lisa quest, where there was some dialogue that was unvoiced. So I did Paimon's voice and I completely ruined my voice. But my viewers told me to do it. I should have asked to get paid for that. What do I have to do? Perhaps we can negotiate further.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Seems like a good idea. We were talking a bit like out in the open here.
I see everything.
These Zaytune peaches are pretty high quality. I should plug them harder.
I mean, she says they're good quality, but can I buy them? Oh! I got something for free! Yeah, no, nothing else interesting there. Does she change the dialogue after we spoke?
These Zaytune
No.
peaches are pretty high quality. I should plug them harder.
Always inquiring and never buying should be a crime.
Okay, bye! I'm not gonna ask then! Yeah, I remember there's quite a few of these boats with chests. So let's see if there's any chest here. Aha! I know where chests
I
are
wonder
hidden
who
here.
this gift could be from.
Is there anything on top there? No.